Trepang2. For those of you who don't know what this game is, it's basically what if Doom was realistic and instead of fighting demons in hell, you're fighting people on Earth. This game is fast paced, has lots of action, and it's filled to the tops with gore. And it's also addicting as fuck. It's basically everything you want in a first person shooter. And in this video, I'll be showing you how I managed to get all 49 achievements in Trepang2. To start off, we get woken up by a gunshot close to our head. We don't know anything except that the man who shot us has killed a lot of men just to get here. We realize we are in handcuffs, and when we spot some enemies, we have to hide and let them pass by. Now, we do a little Among Us roleplay by crawling into the vents, and we figure out that our name, or rather our number, is called Subject 106. Now, that's all we know about our character. We do find a pistol and we shoot our handcuffs off. Since we're not able to kill, I go up to this guard and using the grabbing mechanic, I take him as a hostage and kill him quietly. This unlocks the first achievement of the game, the first of many. Also, another mechanic to mention is the invisible powers 106 has. You can use this to sneak up on guards and take them down without them seeing you. So that's exactly what I do to these three guys right here, and I get the second achievement for doing this. There's also one last mechanic, which is the focus bar. This just makes everything including bullets and yourself go into slow motion. And in order to fill up the bar, you'll need to get kills in normal time. So we decide that since these guys are trying to kill us, it's okay if we could just go and kill everyone, right? Without asking any questions or anything at all. I also get the third achievement for using my flashlight to alert an enemy and then killing him right before he turns around. We then walk into this freezer section to find the same man who shot at us. He has killed himself with a sword, and when we touch him, he drops a big gold coin labeled CV, which, if you didn't know, in Roman numerals, this translates to 105. Now, that's pretty weird, right? Considering we're named 106 and this guy's 105. But we just give him a shoulder tap and we brush it off. We also get the fourth achievement for collecting his coin. Right after that, I open the door to find some guards, and I take one hostage and blow them all up. Since technically I shot his grenade, I get this achievement for shooting a hostage while he's being thrown. We continue at Bloodbath and I get to this elevator. Here I kill 3 guys with 1 grenade, and there's a lot of blood, like it just goes everywhere. I get the 6th achievement, by the way. Later, we go into the elevator and we're met with another group of guards. This is when I get the slide into your DMs achievement because I slid into an enemy and grabbed him while he was ragdolled. After killing those guys, I find a weapon bench and I get the 8th achievement. Here you can customize your weapons with different attachments and skins. I'll showcase some other skins that I get throughout the video, but for now just look at these. We continue to move forward and this is where we encounter the first drone of the game. These are like smaller lore segments that tell us a bit about ourselves. They aren't really super important, but just take note that this is the first one that we find. The door then opens up and we get to this open storage area, and this already looks like an arena of some sort. So we get to killing everyone, and this is where we meet a different type of enemy. These guys are called heavies. We'll see them more throughout the game. They're just like a normal guard, except they can take a lot more bullets, and killing them is gonna require a lot more attention. Since it's the first one that we kill, we get the 9th achievement for doing so. And an underrated aspect of this game is that the dialogue that the enemies have is actually pretty funny. For some context, we just killed like 25 guards and their boss is pretty angry. So listen to what he has to say.
Control, this is Sierra 4 actual. Sierra 3 is KIA. Should we still move in there? Please advise. Get the fuck in there now!
So yeah, it's small little things like that that make a game have like life to it. And we continue to mow through everyone until we hear a helicopter coming to extract us. Now, we still don't know who's our teammate and who's our enemy, but all we know is that these guys don't want to kill us and they call themselves the Task Force 27. So we say fuck it and we hop on their helicopter. I also get the 10th achievement for completing the first mission. We land at a private location, which is basically our secret hideout. This is where we could choose our missions, stock up on ammo, customize our gun, and our character. Our next mission is the Pandora Institute. The reason why we want to go to this place is because the people who saved us want us to go rescue this doctor named Dr. Emerson. And we fly to this place and drop down and we just start blowing shit up. And once we enter the building, I pick up this DMR weapon, and since I headshot this guy, I get the 11th achievement for doing that. After that, we get a signal from Dr. Emerson coming from underneath us, so we take an elevator down to get closer to him. Obviously something goes wrong on the way down, but the elevator goes back to being normal. And do you guys want to see something not normal? So yeah, this is supposed to be like a hospital area. I don't know what the fuck happened, but it seems like everyone is just dying instead. And this is the first time that the game gives off like a creepy vibe. The music is pretty tense and you're surrounded by a bunch of dead bodies. Also, we need to find a way to unlock this gated door. And once we find it, a guard sees us and starts shooting at us. But little does he know what's about to come to him. So bro gets destroyed, and now we know what caused this massacre. We continue to walk through the hospital until we reach this other thing. It's almost like a zombie slash blob mix, and they like to just vomit everywhere. Other than that, he's pretty easy to kill, and we also find the second drone hidden in this corner. This would also be a good time to mention that throughout the whole game, there's also intel pickups that I had to collect. For obvious reasons, I won't be showing all of them, but it's just another thing to keep in mind. We then find this room filled with zombies, and while killing them I get my 12th achievement for headshotting an enemy with the last bullet in my magazine. And after killing all the zombies, we find a door which we can blow up, and then we end up falling in like the creature's ass crack over here. Like this area is so dark and there's shit everywhere. It's so fucking hard to move and see, but we managed to find our way out and we get to this area. This is a big contrast to what we just went through. It's like where the shit coming out of his ass. Sadly, we see that Dr. Emerson is dead. So we get his sex tapes from his laptop, and 106 sees another coin hidden under his arm. This one is labeled XCV, or in English it's just 95. The director, which is also the leader of the Task Force 27, tells us that we gotta destroy this facility, and the only way to do it is to close the power. But since my name is 106, I decide to throw these zombies into the power generators. Since we don't want to die, we have to run away, and we end up encountering the creature again. And instead of fighting him, I just run for the elevator. And on our way to the elevator, we actually get knocked out while stumbling inside of it. And this is when someone comes into our radio comms to talk with us.
Since your escape, and you've already destroyed one of my facilities. Allow me to make one thing clear, 6. You were never supposed to be a weapon.
That was Anton Lazar. We will see more about him later on, but for now, he just told us that we were never supposed to be a weapon. So what does this mean? Does this mean that we were created? Are we even real? Anyways, we regroup with our squad, and guess who comes back from the dead? Yup, it's the creature, or the Mothman. We kill it pretty easily, getting an achievement for doing so. And according to the intel, apparently this creature was a female. So guys, I can finally say I just beat up a woman! We also get the 15th achievement for completing the Pandora Institute. Once we arrive at the base, the director tells us that she wants to show us something. She brings us to the core of the base, which has a self-destruct bomb capable of blowing up everything in this base. Going back up, we get another drone, but unlike the other drones, this one says only one sentence. She's not telling you everything. So that's pretty strange in my opinion, but we can't do anything about it, so we just move along. After completing the Pandora mission, we can now do some side quests as well. So the first one that I pick is called the Gunnarsson Complex. The side missions in Trepang2 are pretty straightforward. They all have like a little unique twist to them, and they're very enjoyable. This one has you hacking 3 servers while fighting off waves of enemies. Here's another time where the dialogue in the game is really funny. I can't really show it to you because it goes on through like the whole mission, but if you've played the game before, you'll know that this guy was funny as hell to listen to. Anyways, we hacked the servers and escaped the map, giving us our 16th achievement of the game. Back at the base, I decided to do another side quest called the Iron Draga Data Center. This one is exactly the same as the other mission, where I have to hack 3 servers and kill enemies. Here would also be a good time to show the collectible weapon parts in the game. So like I've mentioned before, you're able to customize your weapon, and you can collect weapon parts to get better attachments for your guns. While killing some guards, I get my 17th achievement for shooting an enemy's live grenade and killing him with it. Looking at the footage, that's definitely not what happened here, but I'm not gonna complain, and we got the achievement. After that, I finish the level and get the 18th achievement. My next main mission is the Yorvik Castle. The reason why we're going here is because the enemies, also known as the Horizon, have an alliance with this cult, and we basically just want to kill the cult leader. That's really it. We clear the courtyard area and place a smoke for our teammates to come. Then we push forward and go into the castle. Also, as you can see, the enemies in this mission are actual cultists. Like, they're fighting us without any armor and just straight up guns. In this area, we also find the 4th drone in the corner of a study room. Going back to the cultists, these guys are so crazy that those without any guns will chase you and light themselves on fire. Then, since that's not enough, they will try to kill you by blowing themselves up. So yeah, these guys are like Asian women type of crazy. After that, we get to this mini boss, the Enforcer, and this was like the first real boss of the game. And I'm not gonna lie, I did die a couple times here. This boss has a lot of health, and he has this like chain gun that can destroy you in a second if you don't react quick enough. Other than that, he was a light mini boss, and we kill him after a couple of tries. All of a sudden, our vision goes a bit blurry, and the leader, called the Patriarch, starts to talk with us. He tells us that once he kills us, we won't be the first brother that he kills, and he warns us to leave now before it's too late. This basically proves the theory that we were created by someone, and that our name 106 is just a number that was given to us. After that, we open another side to the castle, and we reach this area. It's like a simulation area, and it's a very bizarre thing to have in a castle. And it doesn't help that a lot of our teammates are just dead and hanging on like the light poles everywhere. So once the Patriarch realizes that we're here, he calls on his guys to come kill us, and they get an achievement for grabbing an enemy, throwing him, and killing him with a headshot. After all the cultists have died, we get a call from one of our teammates, but it doesn't sound like he's doing too good. We follow his signal either way, and yeah, I don't think he's doing too fine either. So we kill him pretty easily. All I did was like dodge him when he would jump, and I headed to the exit. This is where we finally meet the Patriarch.
So it's true, you really are just like me. The question is, are you any better?
Shut the fuck up, bitch!
So we make our way back to the courtyard, but not before stopping at this bench. This is the dual wield serum, and it's the most important upgrade and achievement I will get for this video. This makes it so that we could dual wield any weapon, and this makes the shotgun 2 times as good. And it's the loadout that's gonna carry me until the end of the game. So we make our way back to the courtyard, and we take this stone elevator down to the Patriarch's base. Once we reach this door, we can finally fight the Patriarch, and I'm not gonna lie, he does look kinda tough here. This boss was actually very challenging, and I'm only playing on the hard difficulty, and I died to him a lot of times. This boss has 3 phases, but the hardest one is the last one, where he spawns one of those creatures to fight alongside with him. Other than that, I kill him, and with his last words, he tells us to break the cycle. Again, this is another like cryptic ass message given to us. Anyways, we get our 22nd achievement for completing the Yorvik Castle. Back at the base, I choose our next side mission, the oil rig. This mission has you fighting this big ass alien by using the turrets that are placed on the map. All we have to do is just stop the enemies from disrupting the turrets, and that's really it. This is a pretty easy side mission, and it's another easy achievement to add to the list. Right after that, I start up another mission called the crash site. This one's pretty simple again. You just gotta kill like 4 waves of enemies, and there's a couple heavies mixed alongside with them, and that's pretty much the hardest part about this level. We get the 24th achievement for completing this mission. At this point, there's only 2 side missions left, so I say fuck it and do them both. The first one is this place called the Unidentified structure. It starts off with this sick ass soundtrack. And yeah, this does make you feel like you're about to be badass and you're about to kill everyone and anything that stands in front of you. But slowly, as you go through this mission, you start to realize that this isn't your normal side mission. After exploring for a bit, you find this area, which leads to a dark room filled with electronics. And without any advice on what to do, you follow the blue lights and turn off the computers. And with every time you close one, the voices in your head get louder and louder, until you see these lights and everything goes silent. Now, I didn't do any editing trick over here. Once you see these things, the whole game just goes silent, and you get into like a paranoid state where you're just trying to get away from them and kill them as fast as possible. Also, while these things are chasing you, you'll need to turn off some more computers and escape this area. Once you get above ground, there's going to be some horizon guards waiting for you. You just got to kill them, and then you'll get the 25th achievement for completing this mission. The last side mission is the Kellington Colliery. This mission is very simple. You just gotta kill like 10 waves of 15 to 25 enemies. It's pretty easy. Just don't die because the game only gives you checkpoints after every wave that you've beaten. I did die here a couple times, but it's an easy achievement overall. Finally, we're back to the main story. Our next mission is the Site 83. The reason why we're going here is to investigate a Horizon research base to see what we can find and steal from them. During this mission, we go underground into the base, and there's a TA robot that's always like saying shit. She's just in the background, but it's kind of bizarre how she's almost like talking to us. You continue walking until you reach this point. So we wake up and we just gotta sneak by this cloud so that it doesn't jump scare you. And once you escape, you get to this area where the screen goes a bit blurry, and if you move close to the door, you'll get teleported into this area. Once you find the door and open it, you realize, wait, is this the back rooms? So yes, this is real and part of the games. The back rooms are in Trepang2. It's pretty crazy to have in the game, but I kinda fuck with it. You get to this hallway and get chased by some backroom demons. Over here, we have to turn off the power for this door, and once we do, look at what the TA robot says.
Find me.
So yeah, it turns out that the robot is like real, and she's probably the one fucking with us right now. Also, it doesn't help that there's creepy kids laughing in the audio and that some of the doors close by themselves. We continue to move forward until we get teleported back to the back rooms. Instead, this time there's some Horizon guards stuck in here as well. So we take them out and try to find the exit. Eventually we find it, and this part's cool because if you lose sight of the exit, it's gonna disappear and you're gonna start hearing voices all around you, and you won't find the exit and everything's dark. Like, look at this. This is what happens if you don't turn around, and see how easy that was compared to before. Anyways, you get teleported back and you regroup with your squad. So after they explode, your mission is to turn on the power to destroy that object. So you kill a couple guys and turn on the laser. Somehow you don't die from that explosion, and the robot tells you this.
It's not your time. Yes.
So that makes me wonder, who is this girl? Does she work with us? Does she work with Horizon? Did she save us from the explosion? We'll never know. Anyways, we get the 27th achievement for completing this mission. Now, finally, we get to the last mission of the game, Horizon HQ. This mission is just taking down Horizon and Anton Lazar. We start the mission by blowing shit up again, and I get an achievement for collecting 50% of the intel in the game. I also get another achievement for breaking 100 beer/wine bottles. We get into this elevator and Anton begs for our mercy, as half of these people here are innocent. And he also tells us to think that we're the bad guys because we're always the first people to attack and kill. Which, that's pretty true, but instead 106 doesn't give a shit and he continues to try to kill him. Also, in this section, there's these new enemies. They're probably the hardest enemy type to deal with. They will shoot through your hostages and they have enough armor to withstand a full shotgun blast. We finally get to Anton Lazar, and since he knows that we're here to kill him, he tries to upload his conscience into a computer so that he could technically live forever. He does this by like getting brains or something, I'm not really sure. All I know is that we gotta destroy them to stop the upload. And this has to be the hardest part of the game. I died here like a total of 25 times on this mission alone. Once you shoot the brains, Anton's lead scientist, Dr. Marcus, decides to take random people and cut into their skulls to steal their brains, just so that he could have more time. Listen to these guys screaming. After dying a lot of times, I managed to kill all the guards, and I was about to take these bombs until this happened. So as Anton's last push, we just gotta shoot this helicopter, and once we did that, we finally stopped him from uploading his conscience. With his final words, he tries to stop us, but we turn him into like a potato salad. Like, this doesn't even look like a human anymore. And also I get these 3 achievements for killing Anton Lazar, completing Horizon HQ, and finishing all the main and side missions on hard mode. We get back to our base hoping to celebrate with our squad, until we pull the lever and...
Don't fight it. You're our most valuable asset, 106. You served the Syndicate well. It's time for you to retire now.
So it turns out that Anton Lazar was right. Our team, the director, were the real bad guys. This confirms that we were probably just created, we're probably just one clone out of 106 made to serve and follow orders given to us. Throughout the whole game, we were just killing our brothers like the Patriarch, Dr. Emerson, and now Anton Lazar. We've been tricked, and our reward for doing so is by burning us alive. But 106 ain't a bitch. Like the words from Nick A30, never back down, never what?
Never give up!
We free ourselves from death and go on a rampage, killing all of our old teammates. And remember that self-destruct bomb from the start of the video? Well, that's what we're going for. But in order to stop us, the director does this. She creates a new cycle called 107 and tells it to kill us. After fighting him for a bit, the Horizon plants some bombs which we have to disarm. But in the process, we also get disarmed. We still punch him in the face because we're gangster like that, and now this whole ending section we have to play without a left arm. This means we can't throw grenades, can't take hostages, and we can't dual wield weapons. We also find the 7th drone, but since I missed the 6th one, something will happen, but I'll get into that later in the video. Finally, we get to the bomb, and the last thing in our way is 107. This guy was very fun to fight. He likes to go invisible and attack you when you least expect it, and he also does this walk, which is pretty crazy. Like, he's just straight up aura farming at this point. Once you kill him, a small cutscene happens. We get the 34th achievement for breaking the cycle. We also get another achievement for letting the world know what 106 did. Now, at this point, we're still missing 14 achievements, with one of them taking me almost 10 hours to complete. So anyways, let's start off with this one. All I had to do was throw this enemy into a vent and you get the achievement called Trepang2, which kind of sounds like Among Us. The 34th achievement was unlocked by using every bullet in a pistol to get headshot kills. This one was pretty easy and I unlocked it on my first try. Since I had to redo the campaign, what if instead of going into the helicopter, we say fuck it and just kill all of our teammates? So that's exactly what I do, and I end up getting 2 achievements for doing so. I get one for throwing a guy into the helicopter blades and the other for killing everyone. Moving forward, I get the 40th achievement by killing a guy with a flashbang. Once we reach Dr. Emerson, if you decide to punch him a couple times, you'll get this achievement. And I don't know about you guys, but I think the devs really like Among Us. So going back to the Yorvik Castle, we get the 42nd achievement for destroying 1,000 books. I also get the next achievement by killing this cultist with a tomahawk. Now, remember all those weapon parts and the lore that I briefly spoke about? Well, I managed to find all of them and I get 2 achievements for collecting all the weapon parts and finding all the lore. I also find the 6th drone, so now when I beat the game, it shows me a different cutscene and I unlock the 46th achievement. At this point, we only have 3 achievements left. Beat the game on very hard, extreme, and rage mode. Rage mode is like if you give all the enemies more health, pinpoint accuracy, Draymond Green's anger issues, 10 pounds of fucking crack, 3 pocket pussies, and a Hall of Fame school threat badge. This mode is so hard that it gives you a warning message before you start every mission. So enough said, and let's start from the beginning. This is my first encounter with an enemy and look at this bullshit. This guy shoots me 1 time and all my shield and a bit of my health is gone. So obviously, as you can expect, I died a lot of times while doing this mode. So I decided to track all my deaths, and just in this first intro mission, I died 34 times. The second mission I did was the Pandora Institute, and for anyone who wants to try rage mode out, learn how to make a strategy according to the situation that you're in, and just practice your aim, because if you miss like 2 shots, you're basically dead. The second mission was where the difficulty really ramped up. This one open area section took me so long to finish, and I died 78 times here, giving us a total of 112 deaths. The next mission I did was the oil rig. This one wasn't too bad. I found the strategy that seemed to work. All I did was like hide in this corner and I just waited until all the turrets destroyed the UFO. It's pretty easy and I only died here 15 times, giving us a total of 127 deaths. The next one is the Gunderson Complex. This mission is where most people quit because you only get checkpoints if you complete a wave or when you hack a server. And in this mission, these guys will try to disrupt the servers, and if you don't kill them, they will increase the timer. So unlike the oil rig where you could just hide, you have to go and kill the enemy. But since this is rage mode, you're basically dead in 2 shots and it's pretty hard. But since you aren't allowed to camp and you barely get checkpoints, this was the first mission to make me really go insane. I died 42 times, which doesn't seem like much, but in total this mission took me almost 2 hours. After that, I took the Yorvik Castle. This one was easy up until you get to the Enforcer. This guy was the first hard part of this mission. His chain gun shoots like 10 bullets a second, and if 2 of them hit you, you die. So my plan was to get him into the bottom floor and shoot him before he sees me. Then when he comes up, I would just bait him downstairs, and then I would repeat the process until he died. After that, there's not much that goes on until the Patriarch boss. This shit is the hardest part in the game. When I started this mission, I told myself I was gonna get off after I finished this mission. This was about like 10 p.m. and I ended up beating the mission at 2:30 in the fucking morning. The strategy I used was to hit the Patriarch with a railgun while in slow motion. This meant I only needed to shoot him 2 times before he goes to his next phase. But in case you forgot, the Patriarch's 3rd phase includes this stupid bitch. This guy could one-shot you in rage mode. He also does this jump move where he flies in from fucking nowhere and stomps on you. Also, just because he can, he could grab you from across the whole map and bitch slap you. Somehow, after like 4 hours, I found a strategy which would work in like 1 out of every 5 times. Anyways, finally I get the Patriarch to one shot, and this fucker comes in out of nowhere and kills me.
No.
My second time getting this far, I managed to shoot him, but I think the bomb just blew up in my face as well, and then it killed me in the process. My 3rd time getting here, he threw a grenade at me which killed me, and my 4th time is the run that I killed him on. Completing the hardest mission in this game. I died here a total of 124 times, giving us a total of 293 deaths. At least in the end, it was worth it because of the skin that you unlock from completing the mission. My next mission is the Unidentified structure. This one was a pretty easy one. I just used the homing grenade launcher, and I only died here 6 times. Next up is the Kellington Colliery. This one's easy as well. I only died here 26 times because I wasn't patient, and you just gotta be passive. After that, I did the Iron Dragon Data Center. I only died here 26 times because I got pretty lucky with the spawns and all that. The next mission was the Site 83. This one was the easiest mission. I only died here 2 times. I don't even want to talk about it. The second last mission I did was the Crash Site. This one was pretty challenging. All I really had to do was find a way to isolate the heavies and kill everyone first, and I only died here 21 times. Finally, we get to the Horizon HQ. Honestly, the strategy here is to just pray and try anything that works. You just gotta mix up your plan every time you die and see what works and what doesn't. But after like fucking 3 hours of playing, I managed to beat it, dying like 89 times in the process. This gives us a grand total of 465 deaths. And also, in total, this achievement took me 11 hours to complete. So we return to our base and we get all 3 achievements, with the last one being to complete Rage Mode. So before the video ends, I would just like to say that this game is very fun. If you guys can, get it when it goes on sale and play it for yourselves, because it's actually a really fun game. And if I were to rank this game with the other 2 that I've played, I'd say this goes only at A tier just because of that Rage Mode achievement. So if you made it this far, I would just like to say thank you for watching this 25-minute video of me talking about a game, and yeah, just enjoy the rest of your day.